Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Joey Tussey sticks around for another show, and Michael Holder shows up for some laughs. And a new member of WWSU, Kay Dean, sits in for the last half of the show. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, I just let you talk all that on the air.
All right, that's cool.
We are back on the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith.
Back on.
Yep. Pull your pants back up. We're on the air now.
We're all family now.
Yep. There ain't no secrets anymore. We are back on the air with the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Sitting in the studio, Joey Tussey still with me. We just got joined by Mike Holder. Is it Mike or Michael?
Michael.
Yeah. My bad.
You
Michael
can
Holder.
Try Mike. I don't even hear it.
Don't even respond.
I don't
It's
even
just
hear it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Michael Holder is it? So what's been happening with you? We'll start off at the beginning. How long you been doing stand-up comedy, and what got you started?
Yeah, almost 3 years. 3 years. It was 3 years in December, and I started in Go Bananas Comedy Club in Cincinnati, and it was they have a Wednesday night pro-am that I've been going to for about a month, and it was a bucket list thing that I really took seriously and prepared for, and had a good time the first time, and then just kind of never quit. So.
Yeah. So you didn't write your set in the parking lot before you went on and forget all?
No, it took me.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah,
Rookie mistake.
I took so long, and I was going to the writing sessions on. They have an hour before the pro-am, and the other comedians kept asking me. They're like, when are you going to go up? I'm like, you could tell you got past a point where they were getting it. They're like, they wouldn't talk to you until you need to go up. You just need to go up and do it.
Yeah.
So
eventually you just have to.
You just got to do it.
Stop stalling.
Yeah.
But Wiley's, speaking of writing sessions, Wiley's every Sunday before the Wiley Sunday Comics, we do have from 5 to 7. We have a comics hang where anybody can come in and work on material stuff. So always got to throw that out there. I know you guys are in Cincy, so it's a bit of a drive, but
I think it's important to do. I mean, a lot. Some of the younger comics, live together, they're roommates, and I feel like they get a lot of that. Hey, I'm working on this bit. What do you think? Yeah. But typically, you're kind of on your own, and it's nice to get some feedback from other comedians.
Yeah. Even if we're brutally honest.
Yeah.
Because that's the best way. You ask family members, "Oh, that's funny," and
Well, comedians though, the
except
feedback.
for me, I always run my jokes past my wife before I go on stage with them, and if she doesn't laugh, I don't count them out. But if she says, "What is wrong with you?" I mark that one down because that one's a keeper.
Yeah. Well, the feedback you get from other comics, though, sometimes it's, hey, what if you try this word instead of this word, and it makes all the difference in the world. They see and hear things that other people don't.
Yeah, and add tags that
just add tags, yeah,
which helps a lot. So.
But that's what I got going on, and I, I'm self-employed, so I got a lot of time to commit to it.
That'd be nice.
And that's it.
Because that's the thing that's killing me is I work second shift, so it's almost impossible to get out and do anything during the week.
Yeah,
and that always makes it rough.
And then you hang out at a college, which is
actually I don't. I just do the radio show here. I'm usually my classes are online right now, so I don't even have to. I'm working on my MBA online, so I don't even have to come here. But I like doing the radio show. It's been 3 years now since I started this crazy thing.
That's great.
Because originally I started doing it to keep in contact with other comics in the area because I couldn't get out and do as many shows as I liked. Yeah. So that's kind of what happened. And 3 years later, I'm still doing more. I'm still doing more on the air on the radio than I'm doing in clubs. So
yeah.
which I've been wanting to get down to Go Bananas sometimes, but like I said, working second shift, you can't really do
It's
much.
tough, yeah. It's a great club. It's a totally different vibe than I think Wiley's and Go Bananas are classic old comedy clubs. You know, they're not fancy. The food is just bar food. I think people go to these clubs to see maybe a specific comedian versus like some of the larger chain clubs.
Right.
It's like people saying, you know, let's go see a movie tonight, and they don't really care which movie. They just want to go see a movie. So it's a little different vibe.
I think there's less of that these days, where let's just go see
Let's just
they
go hang out.
they plan things ahead, who they want to go see. We need to get more people that just randomly show up to to Wiley's especially.
Yeah.
And Go Bananas.
It's such a great club. I mean, Wiley's. I mean, I grew up in Dayton. Wiley's is the first comedy club I ever went to. I saw Emo Phillips there back in the '80s, and I
think he was there not too. I think he was back over the summer. I think he was.
Yeah, and just it was late '80s, early *90s comedy was. People were still wearing blue suits, pushing the sleeves up halfway, and you probably remember that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
In the '80s, I wasn't quite old enough to go out to clubs.
Me neither.
I'm old. I'm gonna be 50 this year, so it's
Well, you got me. I'm only 41.
It's
so I'm
interesting.
still young.
Yeah,
I'm still.
I don't know. Turning 50s.
Shut up, Joey.
I didn't say a thing.
I'm in a college. I get enough of that.
I remember when Rugrats first came out. But that's just.
Nothing changes as you get older, except like your sponsored ads on Facebook. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think those get a little invasive. My privacy.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yes, Facebook gets more and more concerned about you.
Have you tried Metamuse? Seriously, have you tried Metamuse?
It's time to start advertising the ED pills for him.
Yeah.
You can tell by the anger in his posts.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, his age and the anger in his posts. He needs some ED pills. Send him the Viagra ads.
They're contradictory too sometimes. Like the two ads, there used to be 4 ads. Now there's just 2, and they're usually real either or.
It's like I don't really even pay attention to them.
Yeah. Oh, I love watching them try to figure me out, and then clicking on the ads.
Yeah, most of the ads I actually get anymore, because of course they watch your computer. They know what website.
Yeah,
they look at your browsing history, and fortunately, I get a lot of things for the club, for Wiley. So I'm looking up, customized shot glasses, custom T-shirts, all this kind of stuff. So that's the ads I usually get, is for stuff I can customize for the club.
Yeah. I want to believe, we always say, they are watching you, they're doing this, and it's all algorithms, but still, I just so much want to believe
there's some little
there's
weird
somebody
guy in a dark room,
and he's assigned to, I'm one of his clients or whatever, and he's trying to figure out what to offer me,
like a much darker sense of a guardian angel kind of.
Yeah, like I want to
know which one's assigned.
Like I want to feel like there's an actual person behind. You might also like this.
Makes you feel special.
Yeah.
To think
there's a
that
guy
there's somebody
that you don't
there.
know.
We're getting a phone call. We're getting a phone call. So let me see if I can remember how to work this.
See if you can work a landline.
This is life. You're on the air. Hello. Let me pick the phone up over here. Is anybody there? Nobody's there. Is anybody there now? Nope, they hung up. Okay. Tech. That's
Oh man! All right.
Fantastic. All right. So
They weren't trying to order a pizza.
they could have been. They could have been.
I'm looking
trying
at
to
Les
order a pizza.
Nessman over here. Johnny Fever trying to work the phone.
So yeah, everything looks like it's on correctly here. Just every now and then we get that. So whoever was trying to call in, welcome to WWSU. If you want, you can always go to the website and send me a text while I'm on the air. Send me a message through the website while I'm on the. Now, what were we talking about before?
Yeah.
Before we had a phone system meltdown again.
Oh man, things are good. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
Well,
what I got
did you
going
have
on.
a good 2017? I was talking with Scotty when he was in here about
I had
all the weird things that happened.
I had an amazing year. You know, so I've been working I do corporate video, and I've been working for myself for 2 years, and it just keeps getting better. And there's no going back now. Like I can't, I wear a robe most of the time at home, and I'm just like, there's no.
Well, I'm sorry you had to get all gussied up.
This is a lot today. Yeah. Oh my God, it's like summer outside today compared to how it has been. So
absolutely, there's a heat wave.
But it's a shocker walking through the student union. You really feel. But there's like scattered, especially at this university. There's a lot of people doing grad work and going back to school. So you have this smattering of like age groups where. It's an interesting. You definitely, I feel old, but
oh yeah, I feel old every time I walk in here. That's just the way it is. Because I used to work here full time.
Okay,
full time in the HVAC department here till I had a place offer me way better pay, and then I had to go. But I'm still on the radio station. They haven't kicked me off of here yet. So
I love seeing people. Just seeing young students and, thinking back, like just have their whole life ahead of them and they, what I was thinking back then and how
thought everything was going to work out.
Yeah. Back when you had hope. It just really brings me back to days when I didn't, wake up wishing somebody would just stuff a pillow over my face.
Yeah.
I have a weird thing going on right now. I have the house I'm in right now, I bought 15 years ago, and they're tearing down homes in my neighborhood and building new homes. And so builders are offering me, money for my house to tear it down. And it's a pretty good offer. And the thing is, like, in order to sell my house at this point, I would have to put a lot of money into it to get it all updated.
Right.
So now I'm seriously considering just like selling the house and you can take just what you want and then just leave the rest, and they just bulldoze it. And literally, I feel like I'm just going to move into a condo and start my life completely. It's just like turning an Etch-a-Sketch upside down and just shaking all the junk out of it. And that
would be, if I was made a decent offer I'd do that.
Yeah, just walk away from it and it'd be done. Start all over.
And the bad thing is, I bought my house from my grandmother, and I'd still say, "All right, so take all this junk with it. I'll take this and this. The rest is yours."
I just think it's funny. My New Year's resolution is I'm just gonna bulldoze my house and just start over.
Not a lot of people can make that resolution.
Oh man, yeah, just start over with a brand new condo and.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
I feel like the weird thing is, like, I might be the only empty nester that, like, actually doesn't have kids. I'm downsizing. I don't have any reason to downsize.
Yeah.
Other than I'm just sick of.
I don't know the idea of a condo. I like the idea of like maintenance and lawn care and that kind of stuff taken care of. I don't like the idea of living in a condo that close to other people.
Yeah.
And
some of them are.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it. Because, of course, I mean, there's the condo association. You have there's certain rules you got to follow, things you can and can't do on property that you supposedly own. And to me,
it's home from drinking and your car just happens to be parked too far into your neighbor's yard
or into their house. Yeah. You're in trouble all of a sudden, and it's
nobody has a sense of humor anymore.
Yep. Yeah. If I can't go out in my underwear in the middle of the night and chip golf balls across the street, then it's not a place I want to live.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I actually did that, and I live in town.
There you go.
I have like neighbors real close on either side. It was 3:00 in the morning. I was going golfing the next day, and it's the first time I've been golfing in a while. And my next door neighbor, he's not there anymore, but we did not get along. I mean, this guy, he trained his dog to poop in my yard.
Oh man.
And, just constantly back and forth because, like I said, I bought my house from my grandmother, and he treated her like that. So when I moved in, it was like he was going to start getting some of his own back. Well, I did. I was drunk 3:00 in the morning. I was like, I'm going to take some practice swings. Mm-hmm. I had a little rose bush right out in my front yard. There was nothing left of that when I was done. But I kept swinging. I took all kinds of divots, and every time I took one, I just started laughing because I could hear chunks of stuff hitting the side of his house. I'm a great neighbor.
Yeah.
I have these raised vegetable gardens in my backyard, and the neighbor's cat used to use it as a litter box, and it was so frustrating. And so I was trying different stuff, different repellents, and none of them worked. And I finally saw something online, some message board that like you shake cayenne pepper on it, and they because they tend to kind of sniff before they go. And so I did that, and it worked. And then I found another. I just read farther down. It was like apparently that's like one of the cruelest things you can do because cats get it on their paws. They get it on their paws, and then they lick it and rub their eyes.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm just pepper spraying the cats in the neighborhood. Like
that's terrible.
Great.
Yeah,
it worked.
We're gonna get complaints now.
Now that was years ago.
It's like the most amazing passive aggressive vengeance.
Yeah, it's actually if I would have known, I probably still would have done it. But
see, I don't really care for cats, but even I think that's kind of mean.
yeah, it was accidentally.
Yeah,
it was harsh, but.
Like you didn't know, you didn't read far enough down. That's
and
okay.
I think that's the thing with cats. I don't think they learn, and even if they learn, they don't care.
Yeah, they're pretty much.
They're like, whatever. I'm still going to do it.
That's my whole basis on not believing in a flat Earth, because the cats would have pushed everything off the edge by now anyway.
That's true. I heard that somewhere.
I read it somewhere. I can't remember where it was.
All right, I think we're going to take a little break. We're going to play. I promised some Mr. Stone King, and I didn't get to play Mr. Stone King because I forgot there's the real kind of break we have to take on the station now, and to play some advertisements because I guess people paid for them and they want them played. I don't know, crazy stuff.
I was
like
just
that.
trying to promote their own thing. That's all.
Yeah. So it's selfish people won't let me play the music I want to play, but they want their ad out there. So I'm going to play a little bit of Mr. Stone King that I promised before. So here's You Can Run. Here's this week's Comedy Rundown, brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. Friday and Saturday, January 19th and 20th, Donnell Rawlings is at the Dayton Funny Bone at 88 Plum Street at the Green. Friday and Saturday, January 19th and 20th, Haywood Banks is at the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in the Oregon District. Saturday, January 20th, Bravo presents Stand Up to Violence at MJ's on Jefferson with Lori Graves and many other fine comics. Sunday, January 21st, Wiley's Sunday Comics is at Wiley's Comedy Club at 8 p.m., and Mark Paul Gregory's album recording is at the Dayton Funny Bone again. That is it. As always, check out wileyscomedy.com and DaytonFunnyBone.com for details and tickets to upcoming shows.
There's a reason they call them lazy Sundays. There's nothing better than sitting around and enjoying the comforts of a good book. But what book should that be? Well, every Sunday, Eventide brings you The Bookseller, hosted by Jessica Gillen. Each week, Jessica breaks down a different book and tells you everything you need to know before cracking it open and getting lost in a whole new world. Tune in every Sunday for The Bookseller with Jessica Gillen, brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
It is. All right, here we are. We have a shadow. Is that what we have a shadow DJ? Is what somebody going to come in and sit through this? See, we're almost done. We've only got about 20 minutes left, but they're welcome to come in and pull up a chair and enjoy
see a
time
pro radio guy
exactly
at it.
See, yeah, I'm no amateur anymore. It's been 3 years now,
and then they can watch. The.
Yeah, I'm not even talking to the mic right now, and it's still working. So, yeah, they can come on in, whatever. Of course,
they went to the restroom.
They were laughing so hard, they didn't want to come in and have an accident. I understand. Yeah, and random heart attacks. So before we were dissing the. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
We can talk about some news stories if we want. We can hit some of those. I can hit the one I skipped. This is
I should have brought my National Geographic.
Oh, there you go. There's always good news stories in there. Let's see. We got to find something. Good. Researchers believe they may have found the final resting place of Saint Nick. Yeah, Santa Claus is dead. Did you know that? A recent scan of the ground beneath St. Nicholas Church in the Turkish province of Antalya has revealed what local officials say could be a secret tomb. They believe the tomb could belong to the popular Christian saint who helped inspire the legendary character Santa Claus. The discovery was made using ground-penetrating radar amid local speculation that St. Nicholas, who was born in the church's town of Dimra, previously known as Myra, could still be buried there. So we know that Santa Claus is dead.
And they had to bury him somewhere. They just buried him where the sleigh fell. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah. You should get the Storage Wars guys to see how much they would bid on the tomb.
Yeah.
Yep. And then crack it open and see what's in there.
Yeah, that would be good. That's funny. I'd like to do that. I bet somebody would. I bet somebody would bid big money to go down there for.
Well, that's what I'm doing with my will. I tell you, I'm turning 50 this year, and I have a will.
Well,
now.
yeah, you got to get those things done.
Yeah, and I don't
even
have a lot
if you
of,
are going to, even if you are going to bulldoze your house.
I don't have a lot of stuff, but I mean, I have enough stuff that if I
he still has to leave the pile to
it.
somebody.
Right. Yeah, got to leave the pile of rubble.
But I don't have any living. I don't have any family living. So it's like I got down to the part where you put in the beneficiary, and I was like, oh, I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't have anybody.
I'm all out.
So yeah, so I was like, I was going to put my will on eBay and just let people bid on it.
Make it one of those mystery crates that people pay.
It's like Storage Wars with all my stuff, because you're not bidding on what I have right now.
Right.
You're bidding on what I will have.
What you're going to have at the time.
But then I was like, what if some psycho just really likes the stuff I have right now and then
they want to take you out.
Just outbids everybody and murders me.
Yeah. That's why you make a mystery package. Yeah. They don't know what's in it.
Yeah, don't put photos of anything on
there.
Right.
Lord,
no,
he left us
would be bad.
3 pairs of tube socks and a bottle of Cheese Whiz from the 80s. Yeah. I paid $90,000 for this.
So St. Nicholas was Turkish?
I did not know that. I always figured German because Santa Claus. That's kind of where that
or North
somewhere.
Polish, whatever. That's not a thing, is it? North
Polish. He was actually a saint of the Greek
We don't want any
Orthodox
North
Church.
Polak jokes. That would be terrible.
I don't know what he did to make himself famous, but
he gave a bunch of stuff away.
yeah,
it's kind of creepy.
That's how the Santa Claus thing got born. I don't think he actually literally creeped into people's chimneys in their house and left crap under the tree. But
back then, it was kind of like, oh, we have a visit, and he's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Just everything was smaller back then too, like the doorways and the cloth. There's no way
except
he could
the chimney.
fit down.
Well, the chimneys were wider.
Oh yeah, because the fires were bigger.
They had to have bigger fires because that's what they had to heat with. So, yeah, if people were smaller and chimneys were bigger, he very well could have. So
it's a really weird turn.
What was that?
We're talking about chimney engineering and.
Yeah, well, you never.
That's cool. You have to know.
We got to cover
things.
all the bases. If we're going to cover the news story, we're going to dig deeper than any other fake news stories out there.
I want to know where the red suit came from. Like, did an artist just kind of run out of, whatever other?
My guess is he went down a chimney where the fire was still lit.
Yeah.
It was originally a white suit, burst into flames. He's red.
Okay.
So
I'll believe that.
Yeah.
I would believe that.
That's probably why it happened and they just chucked the charred remains under the cathedral.
They have
built a church on top of it.
The German version of Santa Claus, the Turkish version of Santa Claus. I want to see the white trash redneck version of Santa Claus. Like, I want to see him looking like.
Oh, turn on CNN. He's called number 45.
Number 45.
That's funny.
That's the one.
Okay.
The white trash version of Santa Claus had orange hair and he tweets a lot.
I tell you, I'm really starting to regret my vote. Really, I don't know. Do you see? Oh man.
Well, the thing is, what choice did we have? Which I did not.
Not much. I tell you, this next one's going to be.
This
is going to be a fun one though.
Oh,
you're going to have a lot to choose from.
I still think Jack Nicholson would be an amazing president.
Yeah.
That's just me. I wrote my own ballot in.
Yeah, we might as well just start. Whatever.
If we're going to start swinging for celebrities, we need to go for Mickey Rourke or Jack Nicholson. Mickey Rourke would be a little more entertaining than Donald Trump.
I don't know. He's very entertaining, not necessarily in a good way, but definitely very entertaining.
It'd be a more positive thing. You got to keep morale up.
You can have a seat if you want. You're okay. I can even turn a mic on for you. If you want. You can join right in.
Hi everybody, I'm KD.
What's up, man?
No, go ahead, man. Your mic is hot, so help
what's
yourself.
Happening, everybody? It's KD.
Pull that down to you.
I like how people just come and go, and this is like a pretty loose.
Yeah. Yep. He's my DJ Shadow. This is Michael Holder. Joey Tussey, they're both stand-up comics. Michael's been doing about 3 or 4 years, and Joey's 4 months in.
4 months.
4 months.
Michael and Joey,
Yeah.
I'm honored. I'm KD, and it's a pleasure to be here, Don. Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So what's happening in Dayton, Ohio? Dayton's right choice. What's happening?
We're discussing that they found the tomb of St. Nicholas, and Santa Claus is dead.
I don't know if you want to put out that memo right
Just
now.
run with it from there.
1 million kids across America that are probably about to have a heart attack. So we got to clean
well,
that up.
hopefully parents, they're good enough parents to not let their children listen to this show.
Okay.
But
what about the ones that slip through the cracks?
The ones that slip through the cracks, they're probably like, is the latchkey kid still a thing? Was that an 80s thing that kind of went away?
I think it kind of went away. Like, I was absolutely a latchkey kid. My parents were divorced. My mom raised me. I'm an only child. And I literally, I had the key on a chain around my neck, and I'd come home from school and that's just the way it worked. I mean, and I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either. See, when I was growing up, we never actually locked our front door.
Yeah.
At our house, mom and dad both at work. We're all at school, and we never locked the front door.
Yeah, when I was growing up, we didn't need keys. We picked locks.
Yeah.
See, we just didn't lock it.
And you guys you're no bicycle helmets, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
wouldn't wear them if they wanted me to.
We used to luge down our street on on skateboards.
I
Even
kinda-
feet first.
I kinda took you for a loser.
Skeletons where you luge head first, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what we did.
yeah.
We would skeleton down. We saw it on. We just right down the street.
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
no helmets, no nothing.
Why not? I mean, it could be worse. At least we didn't have that parkour thing back then. You know, the parkour, the free running.
Oh yeah.
You know, I basically chalk that up to that. That is what you get with a generation of children that didn't get to watch Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
they didn't learn. I learned from Wile E. Coyote that you don't do that.
yeah.
And they,
See, the kids in my neighborhood, we'd watch episodes of Jackass, and then, you know, they always had that warning, like, don't try this at home. And we're like,
right.
okay. You know.
Yeah. But anyway, so what bring you want to be a DJ? Is that
So I want to be a DJ. Well, put it this way. I had my own radio show for a little while. I got the
okay.
bug. I fell in love with it.
Oh, so you're a failed DJ.
And well, I don't know.
you're in
Experienced.
good company.
The term is experience.
That's what most people
Yeah,
do when they
yeah.
when they
Travel
fail
around.
professionally. They go back to college.
Actually, it wasn't really failed. I just kind of transferred from that school over.
Oh,
here,
okay,
so
okay.
I just moved on. I'd like to think it was a graduation.
Yeah.
So, so we look at it. We just have a little bit different perspective, but it's all good.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
good,
I
that's
didn't
good.
fail. People just stopped listening.
Bless your heart.
Well, I've been doing this for 3 years. They haven't started yet, so
Yeah, we
hopefully,
actually have no.
You know,
no.
I haven't accepted.
You're right
the
there at the
failure.
cusp. You're right there at the cusp.
Yeah, it's going to break.
It's
any
about to
moment
peak
now. Yeah,
this
absolutely.
afternoon or next month. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I'm poised. I'm poised to strike.
Always
I'm
gotta
like
be
a
ready.
cobra.
Always
like
gotta
an
be ready.
on-air cobra.
What did you use up all the news? Is there
Oh
any
no,
more?
there's more. There's more. So there's plenty. I try to prepare. So a little bit. I know you can't tell. It doesn't show, and you know I record so we can listen back and see how well prepared I am.
With this administration, you always got news,
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I try not to cover any of that because he gets enough.
right? Right.
We were just talking about the white trash Santa Claus, and that's the white trash Santa Claus has orange hair and he tweets a lot. That's what we.
And he drives a pickup truck. He has red hair and says, "Yeah."
Nope, he says he rides in a limo. It's huge. Earthlings can now order their very own vinyl version of the Voyager Golden Record, which NASA sent into deep space decades ago in an attempt to reach intelligent life, because we can't find it here. The soundtrack has been available on SoundCloud and came out as a CD in 1992. Now Ozma Records is preparing to release it on vinyl as early as January through distributor Light in the Attic. That's it's a great name. It's already available for pre-order. 2 sets of the phonograph album with images and instructions in symbolic language were rocketed into space in 1977, one aboard Voyager 1 and the other aboard Voyager 2. Sounds from animals and outdoors, plus rock, classical, and other genre of international music were recorded onto the 12-inch gold-plated copper discs. So you can get your own copy on vinyl now. In case you want to
What's
listen
funny
to
about that is that, like, some aliens out there might just now be getting that,
Yeah.
and it's all incorrect now. It's like,
Yeah,
that's not
exactly,
at all
yeah.
what we're listening to.
Yep, they'll be surprised when they get here.
I mean, maybe that's why they haven't reached
Oh,
out.
we're just a few miles from Right Pat. Oh, boy. We're
Yeah.
probably surrounded by aliens, and this whole place is, like, I don't even trust.
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys,
you
this
can't
is-
trust any of them. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Can't trust
sure he
tattooed
used to be a
people,
DJ.
That's why they had to make those universal restrooms. 'Cause anybody in the universe can go in there. Doesn't
I-
matter what planet you're from.
They feel pretty emboldened now.
Yeah. Well,
It's the term of
Yeah.
the orange people.
yeah.
I was gonna say, isn't this where they filmed
Yeah, but
Men
it's
in
kinda like
Black?
the lizard people, I
Right?
think. It's
right,
really
right.
close.
Oh, the reptilians. Ouch.
Yep, our reptilian overlords.
No shapeshifting going on in the White House, people.
Yep.
Won't have it.
Oh, okay. A rabbit in Cornwall, UK, had something happen to it that was truly hair-raising. A few days before Christmas, Kate Hazel says that a cross suddenly appeared on the forehead of her pet rabbit, Fluff.
Kill it.
Yeah. It was just really bizarre, she said. We went out one day to feed her, and my daughter Rosa said, Mom, Fluff's turning into the baby Jesus. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, she's grown a cross right in the middle of her forehead. And I had to look, and it was really pronounced. Hazel said the cross didn't appear gradually, but rather very quickly before the holidays. So we were then calling Fluff the baby Jesus, and that's really why I put this news story in there, because I just wanted to say Fluff the baby Jesus on the air. And I know that's terrible, but it had to be said. But we started calling her Fluff the baby Jesus because she come in time for Christmas. Although Hazel jokes about the Messiah now hopping around in her garden, she doesn't care at all whether it's a sign from above. I'm not very religious, but some people think there's a sign of something happening, according to a story in the Daily Star. But she's just a Cornish rabbit with a cross in the middle of her forehead. So
I like how they just assume it's that it's Christian.
Right.
Is it a white rabbit?
No, it was a brown
rabbit. What if
rabbit
she's super
with the
racist
cross
and that's
white.
it's like
yeah.
Or if she put it on crooked and she's a Nazi
yeah.
rabbit.
Yeah,
maybe
that's what I was thinking when it started, because it could be the reincarnation, because Charlie Manson just died recently.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, exactly. Right in the.
So Charlie Manson is now a rabbit. That is his reincarnation.
Yeah,
he's going
as
backwards.
far as spirit animals go. That's not what I would have guessed
literally
for
hear
him.
the movie
but
right now.
Yeah, especially
Charles Manson, the Christmas rabbit.
Yeah,
I have no idea what this is going to be about, but I just want to see it.
That's a great new children's cartoon, I think.
Yeah.
A great children's book.
Charlie Manson the rabbit, or Fluff the baby Jesus?
Fluff the baby. Everything's baby now too. All the stories are baby.
Of course. Yeah.
Like baby this, baby that. It's like if they make evil adults babies, then you can make cartoons about it, and then it's not as creepy. But it's still
that's
creepy.
true. That's true. Yeah, because there is like a baby Hitler out there somewhere.
Yeah, just make them babies, and they're not so bad.
Because I actually did a story about a guy in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and I always like to make sure I say exactly what his hometown is, because he actually he got in trouble because he had to go to court and fight to get his son's name on his birth certificate. He named his son Adolf shortly after he changed his last name to Hitler.
Oh man!
So yes, there is a baby Adolf Hitler running around in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. That's Shippensburg, Pennsylvania.
Why are we allowing people that much freedom?
I don't think they went through with it, because I remember it was in the news that they resisted, giving him that name. They were saying that you can't.
Yeah, I thought that name was retired. I thought it was like a jersey number. Like it's
just
you
hang it on
like
the wall
yeah.
and be done. It could be. I don't know, but yeah, I know there was a court battle over it. I wasn't sure what the outcome was.
Somewhere there's a rabbit bearing a cross that's out there fluffing baby Jesus.
Yeah.
That's basically all we know.
In
Well,
the
you see
spirit of
those
Charles
high
Manson.
school kids in Cincinnati just this week, just yesterday.
Yeah.
A high school recreational basketball league. Kids had racist names on the back of their jerseys, but they like one kid had Negro on the back of his jersey, but it was like knee and then grow.
Wow.
And and like all of them, and they parents. So one parent flipped out and posted on Facebook, and it's on national news now. Like kids, I mean, I know what are you thinking?
I'd
like
find
it's
the parent
not
of
what
that kid. Like,
yeah,
Some people like to push the envelope, Some
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like to ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
And there's some out
Pull
there-
that thing
and-
closer to you.
Yeah,
Barely
yeah.
picking you up.
Yeah, some people just like to ruffle feathers, and then there's some people like me that no matter what you call me, it doesn't even affect me. I know who I am. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they say, when you judge someone, you're only identifying yourself as someone that has a need to judge. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's all. I understand that. So I'm
I
good.
just think it's
You just
funny
got
that
really
people think
deep,
that like
really
no one's going to
quick
find
there.
out.
What's that?
I think it's interesting that like these high school kids, like what did they think was going to happen? Like
Yeah. Sometimes you got to wonder about some of that stuff, and you just gotta resist the urge to go smack them all in the head.
yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing about when you allow what people say to have power over you. It
Right.
causes you to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, but wait a minute. If somebody really hated me, all they got to do is push my buttons if they know I'm like that, and then I'll hit them, and then I
And
go to
then you
jail,
get
and
in
then they can
trouble.
laugh. I'm like, I'm not falling for the okie doke. You can call me whatever you want. There's nothing anybody can call me that can
That's-
make me hit them. I'm
that's
not
what
hitting
it is.
anybody. I'm too cool for that.
That's why I said you got to resist the urge.
Exactly. I don't-
Because the urge is still there, but you don't
no,
you
I
don't go
have
through
it.
with it.
Would you believe? I swear to God, I don't have it. That's the thing. I guess I rationalize it.
Yeah.
And to me, it doesn't make sense to want to hit someone. Look at it this way. Simple. If someone says something to you, either they said the truth or they said a lie. If they said a truth, why would you get upset? And if they said a lie, really, why would you get upset?
Makes sense.
It's just simple. It's simple. Don't complicate it. You know what I mean?
I think that's the real meaning behind the resist campaign.
Yeah.
It's like just resist the urge to punch you in the face.
My thing is resist the urge to have an urge to do that.
Yeah.
You understand? Just start to think.
We're humans, you know.
Yeah.
It's all
sometimes we
cool
react
until
just-
somebody
yeah.
tries to back in a parking place in front of you, and then you're like just want to murder
Oh
the
yeah,
person.
then it's over.
I'm just waiting for
Hey,
the
I
train
seen
to
what
throw
happened to
poop at
OJ.
each
I'm
other.
not
comes
killing
back.
nobody.
That's just me.
I got my lesson. I'm not killing nobody.
All right, I think we got time for one more news story.
One of my.
What's that?
That was Spanish. So.
Oh wow, una más.
Yeah.
Que bueno. Authorities
Learned it on
say
Sunday
a North Dakota man who wheeled a shopping cart with stolen merchandise out of a Hobby Lobby craft store was stopped by snow. Police say 22-year-old Dustin Johnson filled up a cart with about $4,000 in products at Hobby Lobby. $4,000. How do you get $4,000 worth?
a lot of
Hobby?
plastic
That
flowers.
is a lot.
His wife made him do it. I guarantee you, there is no reason for a
that's
man
lot
to
of
be at
plastic
Hobby Lobby
flowers and
It's a honey
yarn.
steal list.
for $4,000.
Either that or he was so high and he made a mistake and thought it was Walmart.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He filled up his shopping cart with $4,000 in products at Hobby Lobby in a store in Minot on Wednesday, North Dakota. After the cart got stuck in the snow in the parking lot and tipped over, he allegedly run off. Police say that along with the merchandise, Johnson left behind his wallet, which contained identification with his address.
So this happened.
So
in
yeah, he was a
Cincinnati,
bright
right?
one.
So this happened.
I can identify with that, not the stealing part, but the grocery carts and snow
Oh yeah,
are a
that's
pain in
never
the butt.
good. That's never
right there.
good. Yeah,
I've gotten to
even
the
if you
point-
paid for the $4,000
Yeah.
worth of Hobby Lobby merchandise.
I've
Yeah.
categorically misbehaved enough that my wife does not trust me to push a shopping cart anymore. So that's no longer my responsibility. You only got to crack somebody in the Achilles tendon like 3 times. They're like, just let me do it. Like,
That's
see?
the number. is
There
3.
we go.
It was 4,000. I mean,
3,
that's
4.
that's more of a heist. Like you're getting into
That's a
that's not
felony.
just shoplifting. That's a that's a
Yeah.
Grand
big,
Theft Hobby.
Yeah, that's
Grand Theft Hobby.
Grand Theft Hobby Lobby. That's the latest video.
That is a
game on
lot. That is a
PlayStation.
lot of wreath making material right there.
He was going to make. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, did he have the whole store in there? Well, actually, the it's Hobby Lobby prices is what they went on. See, if it had been like a Joann Fabrics, it would have been the same stuff, but it would have
Like
cost less.
$8 and some
When they say
change.
$4,000, I'm like, did they lift up the cart and see like people in there? Or they steal a couple employees or something?
Yeah, just crammed them under. That's
He's got our RM in here. What the
Yeah.
heck? Get out of here, Susie.
Yeah.
Why'd you let him put you in?
Well, one of the things he took was apparently a cash register with $4,000 in it.
I actually I have a phobia of shoplifting, but it's not. I'm not afraid I'll shoplift. I'm afraid that the alarms. I don't like walking through the alarms on the way out.
Oh, wow.
And
I wonder what does that feel like. Sorry. For the record, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not of the Caucasian persuasion.
That's funny. No, it's even worse. So, in addition to that, I have a fear. Not only do I have a fear that the alarms will go off, but I have a fear that I will just start running. So it's
I wonder what does that
resist.
feel like.
yeah.
Having
Resist
the cops
the
after
urge,
you just
Michael.
start running.
Yeah.
Wow.
To resist
Yep.
the urge.
Get
More
5 or
about
6
that.
warning shots in your back.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you have a neck tattoo, so you know what that's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a cross too. There's a
Yeah. It's
For Christmas.
Jesus. No, sorry.
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
This is a secret. Listen up, America.
Not going to be for long.
That what he just said, what Brother Michael just said, is what every black person feels when they walk out of a store in America. Every day. Hate to get deep, but for the record, just so you know, that's what it feels like. Every time we walk out of the store, we fear that alarm will go off and people will look at us and police will start chasing us even though we have done nothing wrong. That's what we feel like every day.
well, quit stealing stuff then.
That's hilarious. As soon as I find out what it feels like to steal something, I will let you know. But I probably have to talk to the boatloads of people that came over here a few years ago, but we'll get to that later. Speaking of stealing.
Yeah. I can't wait to listen to your show. It's
Oh,
probably going to
bless
be.
you. It's going to be something.
It's going to be, I think, very deep and very entertaining at the same
I'm
time.
guessing I won't be the first
very-
guest.
What did he say?
That he's not going to be your first guest.
Bless
Probably.
you. I'd love that. I would love that. I welcome everybody. I love everybody. But it's just more about positive vibes, you know. I'm Jamaican, so it's going to be called Tropical Vibes. And it's just like a lot,
Cool.
you know,
That
reggae,
sounds delicious.
Reggae, so it sounds like
That sounds
Anything
like,
with
sounds
tropical,
like a smoothie.
anything with tropical in the title,
right.
I'm like,
Tropical.
oh.
That, you
Yeah,
know,
I
that
can't wait to
Caribbean,
taste that.
that Caribbean flavor, a little bit of reggae, a little bit of soul, but just mostly enlightening messages and positive vibes to uplift people. Because believe me, we have enough to keep us down.
Yeah,
That-
we're just
that
gonna.
is for
He's
sure,
just
yeah.
gonna be addressing stereotypes and then reinforcing them.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a little bit like this show.
And nothing political.
No,
yeah,
no,
nothing.
Not at all.
Nothing.
Not at all.
Well, yeah, because he said uplifting. He doesn't want to get people depressed.
No.
So anyway, I think I think we're gonna call this a show. Get off the air.
Yeah, thanks
here
for
and
having me. I'm hosting all weekend at Go Bananas Comedy Club in Cincinnati.
hosting all weekend at Go Bananas in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
That's
for Michael
fantastic.
Palisak. He's Tonight Show, Conan, Letterman, everything.
Wow.
So he's very funny.
Cool. So get on out if you don't plan on going to Wiley's.
Yeah, I will warn you. It's supposed to snow an inch on Friday, so I'm sure the show will be canceled.
I've
but
heard it's going to be a lot worse over the weekend. I've heard.
Yeah.
I will
Well,
be delivering pizza all weekend.
Well, at least if you
Just
get
for fun.
at least if you get stuck in the snow, you're not going to go hungry.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So that's-
exactly.
You'll just have angry people calling the store wondering where you are, and you'll have to explain to them there's 12 inches of snow out there. So
I won't even explain at that point. Look out your window. By the way, your pizza's delicious.
I actually think
Yep,
they
saved
said
my
on the
life.
news.
Thanks
Yeah,
for the tip.
they actually said on the news this morning. Anywhere they said between 1 and 12 inches. I'm like
yes, that's quite a range.
that's awesome.
It's like we could get nothing or a whole lot.
That's
Yeah.
Ohio weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Tripole.
Exactly. And
It
it's
ain't
supposed to be
even
it's
bipolar.
supposed to be in the 50s again next
Yeah.
week, I believe. So so hopefully all that'll melt and go away. But
And then come back. And then go away.
but anyway, do you have any social media sites you want to throw out there or
No, I'm on Twitter at Holder.
Holder?
Yeah, but there's nothing good on there.
You thought of that idea where you were peeing, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just a giggle, giggle every time.
Got it. Listen to this.
Yep. All right. Well, Michael Holder, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Check him out at Go Bananas this weekend.
Yep.
And Joey Tussey, we hope to see you doing some more shows. Get
Me too.
up north of Cincinnati and do some shows up here.
I'm trying to. I got to get my van to run longer than that. I
So,
drive a Grand Caravan
How are you delivering pizza in a van that doesn't
very
run? Is it-
carefully.
Okay. You have a bicycle in the back of the van just
I have
in
a
case.
roll of duct tape and a tube of super glue. That's pretty much what's holding my van together right now.
Okay.
That's
well,
also what's
some-
holding his passengers in the back seat too.
I have one back seat. The
Yeah.
rest of them fell out.
Now we know where baby Jesus
Yeah.
went.
Yeah, that glue's what really keeps him going. The duct
yeah.
tape's for the van.
Yeah.
The glue's for him.
Spray paint's quicker.
And K. Dean, was it?
Yes.
Hey, I got it. I remembered
God
something.
bless you, Don. Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
But thanks for coming on. It was good to meet you.
Thank you
Good to
for
have
having
you.
me.
And I look forward to you being part of the WWSU team.
Thank you, sir. I'm honored. And Michael and Joe, it's been a pleasure. God bless you all.
It's been a pleasure, man.
So anyway, that is all we have for this week. Tune in next week. We have other people. I can't remember who they are because I don't have my list handy. But thanks for listening. You can catch the podcast. The outro will tell you all that stuff. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
It's time to start advertising the ED pills for him.
Yeah.
You can tell by the anger in his posts.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, his age and the anger in his posts. He needs some ED pills.